Good afternoon, I'm Tori Adams.
And I'm Johnie Freiwald. There's no doubt that the South Side is one of Pittsburgh's hotspots, but on many weekend nights the crowds grow so large, safety becomes a concern. City officials are also scheduling meetings called Commander on Your Corner. They'll include walking tours around the city to get a better understanding of what needs to be done to keep everyone safe. I'm here at Quarry Field with former player and now color analyst Red Watson. Red, what do you think about the game today?
Well, I think it was highly contested by Point Park, and hopefully we'll get them next week. I saw some good signs from them, good hitting and good rucking all around.
The Bison's record now stands 1 win to 1 loss. For Pioneer Sidelines, I'm Johnie Freiwald. Now, as that temperature drops and so does the sun, the rain is going to roll on into the area. As we look ahead at the week, we have Tuesday here with a high of 58 degrees. Now that rain and clouds is going to stick around and it's going to be a little breezier. Last week, dirt, rocks, and trees tumbled down the side of Mount Washington. Now, a little over a week later, there has been no movement since the initial slide. Debris from the slide landed on both West Carson Street and the railroad nearby, but crews worked quickly to clear the area. The Lamont restaurant located above the affected area was closed due to its proximity and was the only restaurant affected by the event. Pittsburgh Department of Operations reported that there was no movement near the restaurant and cleared it for opening 3 days after the slide. The Duquesne Incline was also temporarily closed to assure safety. Though there has been no additional activity, Pittsburgh Department of Operations is keeping an eye on the site. For Point News Reporting, I'm Johnie Freiwald. Not long ago, drivers used this road for two-way traffic. Now, as you can see behind me, the road is very narrow, and the new bike lanes are perfect for bikers and pedestrians. Pocasset Street was closed 2 years ago after being deemed structurally unsafe for cars. The City of Pittsburgh Public Works Department decided to transform this road into a biker and pedestrian-safe entrance into Shenley Park. Silas Orteza is a Pittsburgh resident and former pizza delivery driver, so he knows what this street is like both in a car and on a bike.
I used to use Pocasset Street very frequently as a shortcut between Shenley Park and Squirrel Hill, but it was a hairpin road with a lot of potholes, really bad lighting, blind curves, and I always thought, I'm not even comfortable driving on this street. I would be extremely uncomfortable riding a bike on it.
This incredible transformation includes a quarter-mile stretch with new pavement, freshly painted bi-directional bike lane, and pedestrian walkways, all lit up by LED street lighting.
What they've done now, just entirely repurposing it for bikes, is pretty incredible.
Pocasset Street is one of the first road shifts in the country and is part of a Pittsburgh initiative to repurpose land and create a safer environment for bikers and pedestrians. For more information about this trail and others like it, visit bikepgh.com. For Point News Reporting, I'm Johnie Freiwald. Not only is Pittsburgh home to many of its own artists, but artists from all over the world come to visit our city. This week, Lino Tagliapiace came to visit Pittsburgh Glass Center. The world-renowned glassblower came to Pittsburgh to share his talent for colorful Venetian-style glass. The fire in the glass furnace helped keep him warm from our sub-zero temperatures, which he admits this might not have been the best week to come to the Steel City.
I choose the wrong moment, but I like the idea. I like to know the people. Because everybody talk about Pittsburgh, how nice they are, blah, 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 you know. Also, I want to see what is going on. You know, I like the idea to see the studio, work in the studio, know the people, curiosity. I think it's like this.
Lino, who was born in Murano, Italy, started his apprenticeship at just 12 years old and has been blowing glass nearly his entire life.
I started very, very young. My mother, she never liked it. I became glass blower and blow glass. But I decided, and then I still like it.
His mother may not have liked the idea, but the world still appreciates his talent. After blowing glass for nearly 70 years, Lino continues to find joy in the art and has no plans to stop.
The material is fantastic. I think the material glass is incredible media. If you are involved with one kind of virus, they catch you. It's a very difficult to stop.
Many people run each year in the Pittsburgh Marathon. Some people use this hobby to raise money for those in need, like the animals here at the Western Pennsylvania Humane Society. Run for a Reason is an initiative where participants in the race can fundraise for animals in need. There are 70 runners participating this year, including the executive director of the Western Pennsylvania Humane Society. This is the third year runners have been able to raise money for the Humane Society. Each year, participation and donations grow.
So in the first year, we raised 25, and then we went from 25 to about 67,000. So we're setting our sights at about 100 grand this year. We'll go directly to helping the animals.
These funds allow the Humane Society to shelter more animals, hire more staff members, and do general upkeep to the shelter. Those not running in the race but who would like to donate can always go to www.wpahumane.org.
If you're going to watch the Pittsburgh Marathon, you can spot those running for a reason by their Humane Society t-shirts.
For Point News Reporting, I'm Johnie Frywald. Now we started playing again with some tournaments and things. Well, tell me about that last tournament that you guys had. It was a little bit rough one, huh?
We had an injury within the first 5 minutes, and then another one happened by the second half, and it was just looking way too sloppy, and we ended up leaving after our first match just like half the other ones did. And I just wish we could have that tournament again because we might not have another chance.
Now, there was injuries in that and in the regular season, but off the field, now I hear you're going to have a new position next year. What is that going to entail? Sunday, the temperatures are going to continue to rise with a high of 72, but it's going to be a little cloudy. Now, Tori, how is the weather treating the golf team this season? Lino will be creating works of art in Pittsburgh for one more day, so don't miss your chance to see the world's best glass blower. For Point News Reporting, I'm Johnie Frywald.